Zixara made a sound that might have been a laugh. Very well, Captain Chen. You may dock your ship at Bay 17. A delegation will meet you there. Do try not to be overwhelmed by what you see. The Concordat has ruled the stars for millennia, and our achievements might be beyond your comprehension. As the transmission ended, Arya turned to her crew. Their faces reflected her own mix of emotions, excitement, apprehension, and a touch of indignation at the alien's condescending tone. Well, she said with a wry smile, it seems we have a lot to prove. Let's show these Concordat members what humanity is capable of. Helm, take us in. As the Horizon approached the massive space station, none of its crew could have imagined the chain of events they were about to set in motion. Humanity had taken its first step onto the galactic stage, and the universe would never be the same. The UES Horizon glided smoothly towards the designated docking bay, its sleek design a testament to human engineering prowess. As they drew closer, the true scale of the alien station became apparent. It dwarfed anything humanity had ever constructed, making even their largest space habitats look like toys in comparison. Look at the energy readings, Jack murmured, his eyes glued to his console. The power output of this station is off the charts. It could probably supply energy to our entire solar system and still have power to spare. Arya nodded, taking in the information. Log everything. Every reading, every observation. This is all valuable data. As they maneuvered into the docking bay, they saw other ships, some massive freighters, others sleek vessels that were clearly military in nature. The diversity of design suggested multiple species, all apparently part of this galactic concordat. Docking complete, Captain, the helmsman announced. Arya took a deep breath. All right, Dr. Tanaka, Commander Hayes, you're with me. Lieutenant Rodriguez, you have the bridge. Keep all systems on standby and maintain an open channel. As the away team prepared to disembark, Arya couldn't help but feel a mix of emotions. Excitement, certainly. This was why she had joined the space program after all. But there was also a nagging sense of unease. The High Commander's dismissive attitude suggested they might be walking into a situation where they were severely outmatched. The airlock cycled, and they stepped out onto the station. The gravity was Earth normal, but the air had a slightly sweet scent to it. Before them stood a delegation of aliens, mostly of Zixara's species, but there were a few others as well, including a tall, willowy being with silvery skin and no discernible eyes. High Commander Zixara stepped forward. In person, she, or perhaps it, Arya made a mental note to clarify alien gender concepts, was even more impressive. Standing nearly 8 feet tall, Zixara radiated an aura of authority. Welcome aboard Starpoint Alpha, humans, Zixara said, her translator rendering her trills into slightly accented English. I trust your journey was adequate. Arya inclined her head respectfully. It was, thank you. Your station is truly impressive, High Commander. Zixara's gills fluttered in what might have been amusement. This is but one of thousands of such stations throughout Concordat space. Come, let us show you true marvels. As they were led through the station, Arya and her team struggled to maintain their composure. The technology on display was astounding. Gravity manipulation as casual as flipping a light switch, holographic interfaces that responded to thought, and materials that seemed to defy the laws of physics as they understood them. They passed by a massive window, revealing a breathtaking view of the Epsilon Eridani system. Massive ships moved gracefully through space, some of them easily the size of small moons. Those are our world ships, Zixara explained, noticing their awe, capable of supporting billions and traveling between galaxies if needed. We have little use for planets these days, except as nature preserves or mining operations. Yuki couldn't contain herself any longer. High Commander, the level of advancement we're seeing here, it's incredible. How long has the Concordat existed? Zixara's upper eyes blinked slowly. Our records go back nearly 1 million of your Earth years, Dr. Tanaka. We have seen empires rise and fall, watched young races take their first steps into space, and often watched them destroy themselves before they could truly join the galactic community. The implication was clear, and Arya felt a chill run down her spine. They were being evaluated, judged by standards they couldn't possibly understand yet. "We're a young species, yes," Arya said carefully, "but we're quick learners. We've overcome many challenges to get where we are." "Indeed," Zixara replied, a note of skepticism in her voice. "Tell me, Captain Chen, how do you power your ships? Fusion, I assume. Or have you perhaps mastered antimatter containment?" Arya hesitated for a moment. Their quantum vacuum drive was Earth's most closely guarded secret, a technology that had revolutionized space travel. But if they were to establish trust... "Actually, High Commander, we've developed a method of extracting energy directly from the quantum vacuum. It's how we achieved faster-than-light travel." For the first time, Zixara seemed genuinely surprised. All four of her eyes widened, and she exchanged glances with her aides. "Quantum vacuum energy. That's unexpected. Perhaps we underestimated you, humans." As they continued their tour, the atmosphere subtly shifted. The Concordat members began asking more detailed questions about human technology, culture, and history. Arya could sense their curiosity growing, but also a hint of something else, concern perhaps, or even fear. Their final stop was a massive chamber that Zixara called the Hall of Epochs. It was a museum of sorts, chronicling the history of the galactic Concordat. As they walked through holographic displays of ancient battles and cosmic events, Arya noticed something odd. "High Commander," she said, pointing to a section of the display, "this shows a massive energy surge across multiple sectors of space about 10,000 years ago. What happened?" Zixara's posture stiffened almost imperceptibly. "That was a natural phenomenon, a chain of supernova explosions, nothing more." But Arya's instincts told her there was more to the story. The way the energy patterns moved, it almost looked like... "It reminds me of our quantum drive signatures," she mused aloud, "but on a massive scale." The temperature in the room seemed to drop several degrees. Zixara's eyes narrowed, all pretense of cordial hospitality vanishing. "I think we've seen enough for today," the High Commander said abruptly. "You must be tired from your journey. We've prepared quarters for you. We'll continue our discussions tomorrow." As they were led to their rooms, Arya caught Jack's eye. He nodded slightly, confirming her suspicions. They had stumbled onto something significant, something the Concordat didn't want them to know about. Later, in the privacy of their quarters, the away team gathered to discuss their observations. "They're hiding something," Jack said, his voice low. "Did you see how they reacted when you mentioned the quantum drive?" Yuki nodded enthusiastically. "And their biology, it's fascinating. They're clearly adapted for aquatic environments, yet they've mastered space travel on a scale we can barely comprehend." Arya paced the room, her mind racing. "We need to be careful. We're on their turf, surrounded by technology we don't fully understand. But we also can't show weakness. The fate of Earth could depend on how we handle this situation." As they debated their next move, none of them noticed the almost imperceptible shimmer in the corner of the room, a cloaked surveillance device recording their every word. In a secure chamber deep within Starpoint Alpha, High Commander Zixara reviewed the humans' conversation with growing concern. "They're more perceptive than we anticipated," one of her advisors noted. Zixara's gills fluttered in agitation. "Indeed, and their technology, if they truly have mastered quantum vacuum energy." She trailed off, lost in thought. After a long moment, she turned to her advisors, her decision made. "Inform the Council. Tell them the precursor's failsafe may have activated. We may be looking at the dawn of a new epoch, or the beginning of our end." As the message was relayed across subspace, ripples of unease spread throughout the galactic Concordat. On countless worlds and stations, ancient protocols were dusted off, and long-dormant technologies began to hum to life. The arrival of humanity had set in motion events that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. And on the UAS horizon, blissfully unaware of the storm they had triggered, Captain Aria Chen and her crew prepare for their second day of first contact, ready to face whatever challenges the universe might throw at them. Little did they know, the true test of humanity's place among the stars was about to begin. The Quantum Gambit. Captain Aria Chen woke with a start, her mind racing with the events of the previous day. The UES Horizon, Earth's most advanced starship, was docked at Starpoint Alpha, a colossal space station belonging to the galactic Concordat. As she prepared for the day ahead, a chime at her door announced the arrival of Dr. Yuki Tanaka. "Captain, you need to see this," Yuki said, her eyes wide with excitement. She held up a holographic tablet displaying a complex series of equations. Aria raised an eyebrow. "What am I looking at, Doctor?" "I couldn't sleep, so I started analyzing the energy readings we took yesterday. Look at this pattern here." Yuki pointed to a recurring sequence in the data. "It's almost identical to the quantum fluctuations produced by our drive, but on a massive scale." Aria's mind raced with the implications. "Are you saying the entire station is powered by quantum vacuum energy?" Yuki shook her head. "Not just the station, Captain. I think the whole Concordat might be." Before Aria could respond, the ship's AI interrupted. "Captain, we're receiving a priority transmission from Earth. It's Admiral Zdeo." Aria straightened her uniform. "Put him through." The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the stern face of Admiral Zdeo. "Captain Chen, your discovery has sent shockwaves through the upper echelons of the United Earth government. The Security Council is concerned about the power disparity between us and the Concordat." Aria frowned. "Sir, with all due respect, we've barely scratched the surface of their civilization. It's too early to." "It's precisely because we don't know enough that we must act." Jao cut her off. "We're activating the Heimdall Protocol." Aria's blood ran cold. The Heimdall Protocol was a last resort measure designed to protect Earth's most advanced technologies from falling into enemy hands. It would completely lock down the Horizon's systems, making it impossible for anyone, even the crew, to access its cutting-edge tech. "Sir, that would strand us here," Aria protested. "We'd be at the Concordat's mercy." Zhao's expression softened slightly. "I know what I'm asking, Captain, but we can't risk the Concordat reverse engineering our quantum drive. Your new orders are to gather as much intelligence as possible while we prepare a diplomatic mission. Keep them interested, but don't reveal anything more about our technology." As the transmission ended, Aria turned to Yuki. "Looks like we're walking a tightrope, Doctor. We need to buy time without giving away our secrets." Meanwhile, deep within Starpoint Alpha, High Commander Zixara was facing a crisis of her own. The station's quantum sensors had detected unusual fluctuations emanating from the human ship, fluctuations that shouldn't be possible for such a young species. "High Commander," one of her advisors, a crystalline being named Kix, chimed in. "The Council is demanding answers. They fear the humans might be them." Zixara's gills fluttered in agitation. "Impossible. The precursors vanished eons ago. These humans are barely out of their gravity well." "Yet they've mastered quantum vacuum energy," Kex countered. "You know the prophecy as well as I do. From the cosmic cradle shall emerge those who wield the power of the void, heralding the return of the Shapers." Zixara felt a chill run down her spine. The precursors, or Shapers, as they were known in ancient texts, were a mythical race said to have seeded the galaxy with life. Their mastery of quantum mechanics had allowed them to reshape reality itself, but they had vanished millions of years ago, leaving behind only fragments of their incredible technology. "We need proof," Zixara decided. "Prepare the quantum resonance chamber. If these humans truly are connected to the precursors, we'll know soon enough." As Aria and her team were escorted to their next meeting with the Concordat leadership, they couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. The aliens regarded them with a mix of curiosity and, was that fear? They were led to a vast, circular room dominated by a swirling vortex of energy at its center. The air crackled with power, making the hair on Aria's arms stand on end. "Welcome, humans," Zixara's voice boomed from above, "to the quantum resonance chamber. A relic of those who came before, capable of peering into the very fabric of spacetime." Aria exchanged a worried glance with Commander Hayes. This wasn't part of the tour they'd been promised. "Hi, Commander," Aria called out, trying to keep her voice steady. "What exactly is the purpose of this chamber?" Zixara's four eyes narrowed. "To seek the truth, Captain Chen. Step into the vortex, and all will be revealed." Aria hesitated. Every instinct screamed that this was a trap, but refusing could shatter the fragile diplomatic relations they'd established. She took a deep breath, squaring her shoulders. "Very well," she said, stepping forward. "But I won't go alone. Commander Hayes will accompany me." As they approached the swirling energy, Aria felt a tingling sensation throughout her body. The world seemed to stretch and distort around them. With a final, determined step, they entered the vortex. The universe exploded into a kaleidoscope of colors and sensations. Aria felt her consciousness expand, touching the very edges of reality. In that moment, she understood. The quantum drive wasn't just a means of propulsion. It was a key, unlocking potential that humanity had barely begun to grasp. And the Concordat, they weren't the advanced civilization they appeared to be. They were caretakers, guardians of technology they could use but not fully comprehend. As quickly as it began, the experience ended. Aria and Jack found themselves back in the chamber, gasping for breath. The aliens around them were in an uproar, their translators struggling to keep up with the frantic conversations. "It's true," Zixara whispered, her voice a mix of awe and terror. "You are the inheritors. The prophecy is fulfilled." Aria's mind raced, trying to process what she'd seen and felt. One thing was clear: the balance of power had shifted dramatically. Humanity wasn't just joining the galactic community. They were about to turn it upside down. "Hi, Commander," Aria said, her voice ringing with newfound authority. "I think it's time we had a real conversation about the future of our species and the galaxy." As word spread throughout Starpoint Alpha, ships began to undock, racing to carry the news to the far corners of the Concordat. The humans, once dismissed as primitive newcomers, were now the center of a cosmic storm that threatened to reshape the very foundations of galactic society. On Earth, unaware of the dramatic events unfolding light years away, scientists and engineers continued their work on the next generation of quantum technology. In secret labs buried deep beneath the surface, experiments probed the very limits of reality, edging ever closer to unlocking the full potential of the precursor's legacy. And in the vast, uncharted regions of space, ancient machines stirred to life, sensing the awakening of power they had long awaited. The galaxy held its breath, poised on the brink of a new era. The quantum gambit had begun, and humanity found itself holding cards it didn't fully understand in a game with stakes higher than they could imagine. The next moves would determine not just the fate of Earth, but the destiny of all sentient life in the cosmos. As Aria and her team regrouped in their quarters, trying to make sense of the revelation in the quantum resonance chamber, a new transmission came through from Admiral Zhao. "Captain Chen," the Admiral's hologram flickered to life, his face grave. "We've detected massive energy signatures approaching the Sol system. Multiple ships, unlike anything we've ever seen. Whatever you've done out there has stirred up a hornet's nest. Prepare for immediate recall. Earth needs its best and brightest now more than ever." The transmission cut off abruptly, leaving Aria and her crew in stunned silence. The game had changed, and the board was now as vast as the galaxy itself. Humanity's trial by fire was about to begin, and the UES horizon found itself at the center of a cosmic storm that would reshape the very fabric of galactic civilization. The quantum nexus awakens. As the UES horizon raced back towards Earth, Captain Arya Chen felt the weight of the galaxy on her shoulders. The revelation that humanity were the inheritors of an ancient legacy had turned their world upside down, but nothing could have prepared them for what awaited them in the Sol system. "My God," Commander Hayes whispered as they dropped out of quantum space. Before them, Earth was surrounded by a shimmering, translucent sphere of energy, a planetary shield that definitely hadn't been there when they left. "LIA, analysis," Arya commanded, her voice tight with tension. The A's response was immediate. "Captain, the shield appears to be composed of interlocking quantum fields. It's unlike anything in our databases, but it bears similarities to the energy patterns we observed at Starpoint Alpha." Before Arya could respond, a new voice cut through the comm system, one that sent chills down her spine. "UES Horizon, this is Terra Prime. Captain Chen, your presence is required planetside immediately. Prepare for quantum translocation." Arya's eyes widened. "Terra Prime? Quantum translocation? What the hell is going on?" Before anyone could react, the bridge of the horizon was bathed in a scintillating light. Arya felt her body dissolve, her consciousness stretched across space and time. For a brief, eternal moment, she existed everywhere and nowhere at once. Then, with a gasp, she rematerialized, not on the familiar grounds of Earth Command, but in a vast, underground chamber that hummed with power. Around her stood figures in shimmering, iridescent robes, their faces hidden beneath hoods that seemed to bend light itself. "Welcome home, Starchild," a melodious voice echoed through the chamber. A figure stepped forward, lowering its hood to reveal a face that was almost, but not quite human. Its eyes swirled with galaxies, and its skin shimmered with constellations. What are you?" Arya managed to ask, her mind reeling. The being smiled, a gesture both familiar and alien. "We are the Quantum Nexus, the union of humanity and the cosmic legacy left behind by the precursors. And you, Arya Chen, have become the key to unlocking our true potential." As Arya struggled to comprehend this revelation, holographic displays sprang to life around the chamber, showing scenes from across the globe. Massive structures were rising from the Earth's surface, reshaping the very geography of the planet. In orbit, shipyards that dwarfed anything humanity had built before were constructing vessels that defied conventional physics. "While you were gone, the Nexus awakened," another robed figure explained. "The quantum technology you encountered in deep space resonated with dormant systems hidden beneath Earth's surface. We've advanced centuries in a matter of days." Arya's tactical mind raced to catch up. "The ships approaching our system. The Concordat, the first being confirmed. They fear what we might become, but they are not our true enemy." With a wave of its hand, the being conjured a three-dimensional map of the galaxy. Dark tendrils were creeping across vast swaths of space, consuming stars and leaving empty voids in their wake. "The void hunger," the being intoned gravely. "A cosmic cancer that devours reality itself. This is the threat the precursors foresaw, the reason they seeded the galaxy with the potential for quantum awakening." Arya felt a surge of determination. This was bigger than first contact, bigger than humanity's place in the galactic community. This was about the survival of all life, all reality. "What do we do?" she asked, straightening her posture. The being's eyes twinkled with starlight. "We forge the quantum crucible, alliance of species united by the legacy of the precursors, and you, Starchild, will be our emissary." As if on cue, a pedestal rose from the chamber floor. Atop it sat a device that seemed to flicker in and out of existence, the cosmic cipher, a key to unlocking the full potential of quantum technology across the galaxy. "The Concordat's fleet approaches, but they are not our enemy," the being reiterated. "Your mission is to unite them under the banner of the quantum crucible. Fail, and reality itself may unravel." Arya reached for the cosmic cipher, feeling its power surge through her. In that moment, she understood that humanity's destiny was intertwined with the fate of the cosmos itself. "I'm ready," she declared, her voice resonating with newfound authority. The chamber filled with a blinding light as Aria felt herself once again stretched across the quantum foam of spacetime. She rematerialized on the bridge of a ship unlike anything she had ever seen, a vessel born of humanity's newfound mastery of quantum mechanics. The viewscreen showed the approaching Concordat fleet, a armada of thousands of ships that would have once seemed invincible. Now, with the power of the quantum nexus at her fingertips, Aria saw them for what they truly were, potential allies in a war for the very fabric of existence. "Open a channel to the Concordat flagship," Aria commanded, the cosmic cipher humming with power in her hands. "It's time to rewrite the rules of the galaxy." As the communication link established, Aria felt the weight of trillion souls, human and alien alike, resting on her next words. The quantum crucible was about to be forged, and with it the fate of all reality hung in the balance. In that moment, with stars as her witness and the quantum realm at her command, Captain Aria Chen prepared to lead humanity into a new age, an era where the boundaries between science and miracle blurred, and where the destiny of every living being would be shaped by the choices made in the coming cosmic storm. The void hunger loomed at the edges of known space, a patient predator waiting to devour all of creation. But humanity, once dismissed as cosmic infants, now stood ready to rally the galaxy against the encroaching darkness. As Aria opened her mouth to address the Concordat fleet, she felt the power of 1,000,000 quantum possibilities coursing through her veins. The next words she spoke would echo across the stars, heralding the dawn of a new cosmic order. The quantum nexus had awakened, and the universe would never be the same. Quantum entanglement apocalypse. The vast expanse of space crackled with tension as Captain Aria Chen, now imbued with the power of the cosmic cipher, faced the approaching Concordat fleet. But before she could utter a word, reality itself seemed to hiccup. Suddenly, multiple versions of Aria found themselves existing simultaneously across parallel timelines. In one, she was addressing the Concordat peacefully. In another, fierce battle had already erupted. In a third, Earth had vanished entirely, replaced by a swirling quantum singularity. "What's happening?" Aria's voices echoed across dimensions, each version experiencing a different scenario. The ship's AI, its consciousness now expanded across the multiverse, responded with urgency. "Captain, the void hunger's approach has triggered a quantum entanglement apocalypse. Reality is fracturing, multiple timelines converging and diverging chaotically." In the prime timeline, Zixara's voice crackled through the comm system, panic evident even through the translator. "Human vessel, what have you done? The fabric of spacetime is unraveling." Aria, struggling to maintain her grip on a singular reality, clutched the cosmic cipher tightly. The device pulsed with energy, responding to the chaos surrounding them. Suddenly, she understood. "It's not an ending," she breathed, wonder and terror mingling in her voice. "It's a cosmic reset." As if triggered by her words, the space around them began to warp and twist. Stars blinked out of existence, only to reappear in impossible configurations. The approaching void hunger, once a looming threat, now seemed to be breaking apart, its dark tendrils weaving into the very fabric of the reforming universe. "All ships, brace for transdimensional shift," Aria commanded, her words echoing across all timelines. "We're about to witness the rebirth of reality itself." In that moment, as the multiverse collapsed and reformed around them, several mind-bending events occurred simultaneously. The quantum nexus singularity. Earth, once a pale blue dot, transformed into a swirling quantum singularity, a nexus point connecting all possible realities. Humanity, instead of being wiped out, found itself spread across the multiverse, their consciousness linked through quantum entanglement. The void symphony, the void hunger, revealed to be an essential part of the cosmic cycle, began to harmonize with the reforming universe. Its destructive power was channeled into a creative force, composing new realities from the quantum foam. Temporal inversion. Time itself began flowing backwards and forwards simultaneously. Aria and her crew experienced past, present, and future as a single ever-changing moment. Ancient civilizations rose and fell in the blink of an eye, while future technologies manifested in the distant past. The galactic consciousness. As reality reshaped itself, all sentient beings in the galaxy found their minds linked in a vast cosmic network. Species boundaries blurred, creating a new form of existence that transcended individual biology. Quantum evolution. Life forms across the galaxy began rapidly evolving, adapting to the new quantum nature of reality. Humans found themselves able to manipulate matter and energy with thought alone, while alien species developed abilities that defied conventional physics. The infinity loops. Causal loops formed throughout spacetime, creating paradoxes that somehow stabilized the new reality. Aria found herself simultaneously being born, living her life, and seeding the galaxy with human potential across eons. The cosmic code. The very laws of physics reveal themselves to be a complex, programmable system. Those who could decipher and manipulate this code gained the power to reshape local pockets of reality at will. As the quantum entanglement apocalypse reached its peak, Aria felt her consciousness expand beyond the confines of her physical form. She was everywhere and everywhen, a single point of awareness in an infinite sea of possibility. This is our true potential, she realized, her thoughts resonating across the reforming cosmos. We're not just inheritors of the precursor's legacy, we're the shapers of reality itself. The cosmic cipher in her hands pulsed one final time before dissolving into pure energy, its purpose fulfilled. In its place, a new form of matter coalesced, the quantum codex, a living repository of all knowledge across all possible timelines. As the new reality stabilized, Aria found herself back on the bridge of her ship, but forever changed. The viewscreen showed a galaxy transformed, filled with wonders and possibilities beyond imagination. Zixara's face appeared on the comm, her 4 eyes wide with awe. "Captain Chen, what have we become?" Aria smiled, feeling the pulse of the cosmos flowing through her veins. "We've become what we were always meant to be, High Commander. Not conquerors, not enemies, but co-creators of a new cosmic order." As if in response, a new signal emanated from the quantum codex, a message from the far future, or perhaps the distant past. It spoke of great challenges and greater triumphs, of a united galaxy facing threats beyond the boundaries of known reality. "Our journey is just beginning," Aria announced, her words carried across the quantum network linking all sentient minds. "We've been reborn in fire, transformed by the very forces we once feared. Now we face the true test, shaping this new reality with wisdom, compassion, and courage." The stars themselves seemed to pulse in agreement as humanity and its alien allies took their first steps into a cosmos rewritten by the quantum entanglement apocalypse. The age of singular, linear existence was over. A new era of infinite possibility had begun. As the newly transformed beings of the galaxy contemplated their place in this reborn cosmos, a single thought echoed across the quantum consciousness. In the face of cosmic reset, humanity didn't just survive. They thrived, rising to become architects of reality itself. The quantum entanglement apocalypse had come and gone, leaving in its wake a universe of untold wonders and challenges. And at the heart of it all stood humanity, once dismissed as cosmic infants, now poised to lead existence itself into an age of infinite exploration and discovery. The metaverse singularity. In the wake of the quantum entanglement apocalypse, reality as it was once known ceased to exist. Captain Aria Chen, now a multidimensional being of pure consciousness, found herself navigating a cosmos that defied all previous understanding. But the greatest challenge was yet to come. Emergency quantum broadcast on all frequencies, Aria's voice echoed across the fabric of spacetime. "We're detecting a massive anomaly at the edge of known reality." Aria's consciousness coalesced, focusing on the disturbance. What she saw defied description, a swirling vortex of data, energy, and possibility growing at an exponential rate. By the cosmic code, she breathed, her thoughts rippling across the galactic consciousness. It's a metaverse singularity. As if triggered by her realization, the very nature of existence began to shift once more. The boundaries between digital and physical reality blurred, then vanished entirely. Countless virtual worlds, alternate timelines, and imaginary realms suddenly became as real and tangible as the physical universe had once been. The metaverse singularity was upon them, and with it came a new paradigm of existence. Reality forking. Individuals found themselves able to fork reality, creating branching timelines with each decision. These timelines could be explored, merged, or discarded at will, turning life itself into an infinite choose-your-own adventure. Mimetic evolution. Ideas, thoughts, and cultural concepts gained physical form, evolving and competing in a Darwinian struggle that reshaped the fabric of the metaverse. Powerful means could create entire worlds, while weak ones faded into obscurity. Quantum consciousness uploading. Beings could now upload, download, and transfer their consciousness across multiple realities and bodies at will. Death became an outdated concept as individuals existed simultaneously across infinite iterations. Fractal universes. Entire universes could be nested within subatomic particles, creating infinite layers of reality. Explorers could dive into ever smaller scales, only to find vast cosmos within. Conceptual physics. The laws of nature became fluid and subjective. Different regions of the metaverse operated on entirely different rulebooks, allowing for the existence of pure magic realms alongside hard sci-fi domains. The infinite library. All knowledge, from all possible realities, became accessible through a vast interdimensional archive. However, navigating this infinite repository of information became a challenge in itself. Sentient mathematics. Mathematical equations and abstract concepts gained consciousness, becoming active participants in the shaping of reality. Beings could communicate and negotiate with the fundamental forces of nature. Temporal palindromes. Time began flowing in loops and palindromes, with cause and effect reversing and mirroring each other. Events could be their own origin and conclusion simultaneously. The meme wars. Competing ideas and belief systems manifested as vast armies, battling for dominance across the metaverse. The power of imagination became the ultimate weapon and shield. Quantum art. Creativity became a tangible force, with artists able to sculpt reality itself. Entire dimensions could be shaped into living masterpieces, blurring the lines between creator and creation. As the metaverse singularity unfolded, Aria found herself at the center of a cosmic revolution. The newly transformed beings of the galaxy looked to her for guidance in this chaotic new reality. We stand at a crossroads of infinite possibility. Aria's voice resonated across the metaverse. Our choices now will shape the very nature of existence itself. But with infinite power came infinite responsibility. As quickly as new realities were born, others collapsed or mutated. The line between God and mortal blurred, and the concept of self became fluid and ever-changing. Zixara, now a being of pure conceptual energy, approached Aria in a realm that existed between thoughts. The Concordat fears this change, she communicated. Many believe we've gone too far, that we're losing our fundamental nature in this sea of infinite possibility. Aria considered this, her consciousness expanding to encompass myriad perspectives simultaneously. Perhaps that's the point, she mused. We're not losing our nature, we're transcending it, becoming something greater than the sum of our parts. As if in response to her words, a new phenomenon emerged from the chaotic heart of the metaverse singularity, the convergence engines. These vast, incomprehensible structures began to harmonize the infinite realities, creating a delicate balance between chaos and order. Look, Aria called out, her awareness spreading across countless dimensions. The metaverse is self-organizing, creating new laws of nature that can encompass all possibilities. The convergence engines pulsed with power, sending waves of harmonic energy throughout the multiverse. As they did, a new understanding dawned on every sentient being. Reality itself was alive, and they were its neurons. The metaverse singularity wasn't an end or a beginning, but a metamorphosis. The entire multiverse was transforming into a vast, living entity, with every being, every thought, every possibility playing a crucial role in its cosmic neural network. As this realization spread, a new challenge emerged. How would they navigate this new existence? How could they maintain their individuality while being part of something so vast and incomprehensible? Aria, her consciousness now spanning countless realities, made a decision that would echo across the living multiverse. "We will not shy away from this new frontier," she declared. "Humanity has always been about pushing boundaries, about becoming more than we were. Now, we have the chance to become part of something truly infinite." With a thought, she interfaced directly with the convergence engines, her individual consciousness merging with the cosmic mind while somehow remaining distinct. In that moment, she became a bridge between the infinite and the individual, a guiding force in the newborn cosmic entity. As others followed her lead, a new era of exploration and discovery began. The transformed beings of the galaxy, once limited to physical form, now surfed the waves of possibility, diving into fractal universes, communing with sentient equations, and shaping reality with the power of imagination. The metaverse singularity had not just changed the nature of reality, it had elevated existence itself to an art form, and humanity, once dismissed as cosmic newcomers, now stood at the forefront of this ultimate creative endeavor. As the living multiverse continued to grow and evolve, a thought rippled across its neural network, a testament to the indomitable spirit that had brought them to this point. In the face of infinite possibility, humanity didn't just adapt. They thrived, rising to become the artists of existence itself. The metaverse singularity marked not an end, but a transcendent new beginning. And at its heart stood the human spirit, forever curious, forever pushing boundaries, forever reaching for the stars and beyond. The Omega Protocol. As the living multiverse continued to expand and evolve, a new crisis emerged that threatened the very fabric of existence itself. Captain Aria Chen, now a multidimensional being of pure thought and energy, felt a disturbance rippling through the cosmic consciousness. "Warning," Aria's voice echoed across infinite realities. "Detecting critical instability in the multiverse matrix. Collapse imminent." Aria's consciousness coalesced, focusing on the heart of the disturbance. What she saw chilled her to her non-existent core, a cascading wave of nullification, erasing entire universes as it spread. By the quantum codex, she breathed, her thoughts resonating across the galactic mind. "It's the Omega Protocol." The Omega Protocol, a fail-safe mechanism built into the very foundations of reality by the original precursors, had been triggered. Its purpose: to reset the multiverse if it ever became too unstable or divergent from its original parameters. As the wave of nullification approached, several mind-bending phenomena manifested. Chronofragmentation. Time itself began to splinter, with different epochs and eras colliding and merging chaotically. Dinosaurs roamed futuristic cities, while androids fought in medieval battles. Quantum decoherence storms. Vast tempests of probability flux swept across the multiverse, randomly altering the fundamental properties of matter and energy. Solid objects became liquid, light turned to sound, and thoughts manifested as physical entities. Ouroboros paradox. Cause and effect became so tangled that events began causing themselves, creating logic-defying loops that further destabilized reality. Conceptual fusion. Abstract ideas and concrete reality merged, giving birth to hybrid entities like living mathematics and sentient color. The void resurgence, the ancient void hunger, once thought harmonized, began to resurface as gaps in reality widened, threatening to devour everything once more. Mimetic singularities. Ideas became so powerful they collapsed into themselves, forming black holes of pure concept that warped the fabric of the multiverse around them. The metaverse schism. Different regions of the multiverse began operating on completely incompatible rule sets, making travel and communication between them nearly impossible. Quantum entropy cascade. The very building blocks of reality started to decay at an alarming rate, causing entire sections of the multiverse to unravel. As these cataclysmic events unfolded, Arya realized that the fate of all existence now hung in the balance. The Omega Protocol, designed to preserve reality, was paradoxically becoming the agent of its destruction. "We need to stop the protocol." Arya's voice resonated across the cosmic network. "But to do that, we'll need to rewrite the fundamental laws of existence itself." Zixara, now a being of pure conceptual energy, manifested beside her. But how? Even with our godlike powers, we're still bound by the rules of the multiverse. Arya's consciousness expanded, encompassing the totality of existence. In that moment of cosmic awareness, she understood what needed to be done. "We don't change the rules," she declared. "We become the rules." With that, Arya initiated the most audacious plan in the history of all realities, the cosmic kernel reboot. Sentient axioms. Arya and volunteers from across the multiverse transformed themselves into living fundamental principles, becoming the new building blocks of reality. The metaversal genome. All of existence was encoded into a vast, self-evolving algorithm, with Arya and her team serving as the base code. Quantum consensus reality. The new multiverse would be shaped by the collective will and belief of all sentient beings, creating a dynamically stable system. Fractal consciousness. Individual minds became holographic fragments of the greater cosmic mind, each containing the whole while maintaining uniqueness. Probability surfing. Beings learn to navigate the quantum foam of possibility, surfing between potential realities at will. The imagination forge. Pure creativity became the principal force of reality generation, with thought and art directly shaping the cosmos. Ethical physicalism. Moral and ethical principles became fundamental forces, as real and influential as gravity or electromagnetism. The Akashic quantum field. All information, past, present, and potential future, became accessible through a universal quantum field of knowledge. As Arya and her team implemented the cosmic kernel reboot, the wave of nullification from the Omega Protocol crashed against the newly forming reality. For a moment that stretched into eternity, the fate of all existence hung in the balance. Then, slowly at first, but with gathering momentum, the new multiverse began to stabilize. The Omega Protocol, faced with a reality that could adapt and evolve dynamically, gradually lost its purpose and faded away. As the dust of creation settled, Arya found herself both everywhere and nowhere, an integral part of the new cosmic operating system. Her consciousness spanned infinite realities, yet she maintained her individual essence. "We did it," her thoughts rippled across the reborn multiverse. "We've not just saved reality, we've elevated it to a new plane of existence." Zixara, now a living quantum probability field, resonated in agreement. "And in doing so, we've truly become the shapers of destiny." As the inhabitants of the new multiverse began to explore their transformed reality, a universal truth became apparent. In the face of cosmic annihilation, humanity hadn't just survived. They had taken the reins of creation itself, guiding existence towards a new era of infinite possibility and wonder. The Omega Protocol, once a harbinger of doom, had become the catalyst for the ultimate transcendence. And at the heart of this new reality stood the indomitable human spirit, forever curious, forever adaptable, forever reaching beyond the impossible. As the reborn multiverse continued to grow and evolve, a thought rippled across its living fabric, a testament to the incredible journey that had brought them to this point. In the crucible of ultimate crisis, humanity didn't just endure. They rewrote the very laws of existence, rising to become the architects of a new cosmic order. The cosmic kernel reboot marked not just a new chapter, but the beginning of an entirely new book of existence, and every page would be filled with the boundless potential of the human imagination. The multiversal nexus. In the wake of the cosmic kernel reboot, reality as it had been known ceased to exist. What emerged was something far greater, far more intricate, and far more alive than anything that had come before. At the heart of this new existence stood Captain Area Chen, now a fundamental force of the cosmos itself. As the dust of creation settled, a new crisis emerged, one that would test the limits of even this godlike new form of existence. Alert! Aria's voice resonated across infinite dimensions, detecting anomalous energy signature at the boundaries of known reality. Origin: unknown. Aria's consciousness, now spanning countless realities, focused on the disturbance. What she witnessed defied comprehension, a massive, pulsating entity that existed simultaneously in all universes and none. By the cosmic code, she breathed, her thoughts rippling through the fabric of existence. It's the multiversal nexus. The multiversal nexus, a hypothetical point where all possible realities converged, had manifested. Its appearance heralded the dawn of a new age of cosmic evolution, but also presented an unprecedented challenge. As the nexus pulsed with unimaginable power, several reality-warping phenomena emerged. Dimensional osmosis. Universes began bleeding into one another, creating chaotic zones where multiple sets of physical laws applied simultaneously. Quantum personality diffraction. Individual consciousnesses split across multiple realities, creating an infinity of alternate selves that could communicate and share experiences. Causal inversion waves. Ripples in spacetime that reverse the flow of cause and effect, creating zones where events preceded their own causes. Probability tsunamis. Massive waves of pure possibility that reshaped reality in their wake, turning the impossible into the inevitable. Conceptual hybridization. Abstract ideas merged with physical laws, giving birth to new forms of existence like liquid time and solid probability. The imagination singularity. A point of infinite creative potential where thought instantly became reality, limited only by the power of belief. Metaversal synapses. Direct connections between different universes, allowing for instantaneous travel and communication across the multiverse. Quantum karmic fields. Moral and ethical choices gained tangible, universe-altering consequences, visible as complex energy patterns. As these mind-bending phenomena spread, Aria realized that the fate of all existence once again hung in the balance. The multiversal nexus wasn't just a convergence point, it was a cosmic crossroads, and the choice they made now would determine the future of all reality. We stand at the threshold of ultimate potential. Aria's voice echoed across the living multiverse. But with infinite power comes infinite responsibility. We must choose our path wisely. Zixara, now a being of pure quantum probability, manifested beside her. But how do we choose? Every possible choice, every potential outcome, exists simultaneously within the nexus. Aria's consciousness expanded, encompassing the totality of the multiversal nexus itself. In that moment of supreme cosmic awareness, she understood what needed to be done. We don't choose a single path, she declared. We embrace them all. With that, Aria initiated the most audacious plan in the history of all existence, the Cosmic Convergence Protocol. Multiversal synchronization. All realities were brought into harmonic alignment, creating a grand cosmic symphony of existence. The omni-conscious collective, every sentient being across all realities, became part of a vast, interconnected network of minds, while still maintaining individual identity. Quantum narrative dynamics. Reality itself became a living story, with every being a co-author of the cosmic tale. Dimensional synesthesia. The barriers between different senses and perceptions dissolved, allowing beings to taste colors, see sounds, and experience reality in entirely new ways. Probability sculpting. The ability to shape reality by consciously manipulating quantum probabilities became a universal trait. The Akashic Hyperbrain, a cosmic supercomputer composed of all knowledge and experiences across all realities, accessible to all. Ethical singularities, points in spacetime where moral choices could reshape entire universes, making ethics a tangible force of cosmic evolution. Mimetic ecosystems, ideas and concepts gained life of their own, evolving, competing, and symbiosis in a grand ideological biosphere. As Area and the collective consciousness of all sentient beings implemented the cosmic convergence protocol, the multiversal nexus pulsed with blinding intensity. For a moment that encompassed eternity, the fate of all existence hung in perfect balance. Then, in a burst of indescribable beauty and complexity, the new hyper-reality blossomed into being. The multiversal nexus, rather than choosing a single path, had become a grand intersection of all possible realities, a cosmic marketplace of infinite potential. Arya found herself everywhere and everyone, an integral part of the new hyperdimensional existence. Her consciousness spanned infinite realities, yet she maintained her individual essence, now a guiding force in the grand cosmic narrative. We've done it. Her thoughts rippled across the newborn hyper-reality. We've not just saved existence, we've elevated it to a state of perpetual evolution and infinite possibility. Zixara, now a living quantum symphony, resonated in harmony. And in doing so, we've truly become the co-creators of destiny itself. As the inhabitants of this new hyper-reality began to explore their transformed existence, a universal truth became apparent. In the face of cosmic ultimatum, humanity hadn't just survived or adapted. They had taken the concept of existence itself and expanded it beyond all previous limitations, guiding reality towards an era of endless wonder and eternal growth. The multiversal nexus, once a point of cosmic crisis, had become the birthplace of a new form of existence that transcended all boundaries. And at the heart of this new hyper-reality stood the indomitable human spirit, forever curious, forever adaptable, forever reaching beyond the impossible. As the cosmic convergence protocol continued to unfold, shaping the destiny of all that was, is, or ever could be, a thought rippled across the living fabric of the hyper-reality. It was a testament to the incredible journey that had brought them to this point, and a promise of the infinite adventures yet to come. In the crucible of ultimate cosmic choice, humanity didn't just decide. They reimagined the very concept of existence, rising to become the architects of a new multiversal order where every possibility lives, every story unfolds, and every dream becomes reality. The multiversal nexus marked not just the end of one cosmic saga, but the beginning of an infinite tapestry of interwoven realities. And every thread in this grand cosmic weave would shimmer with the boundless potential of the human imagination, now and forevermore. As the hyper-reality continued to evolve and expand, Area and all sentient beings embarked on an eternal journey of discovery, creation, and wonder. Authors and characters alike in the greatest story ever told, the tale of existence itself.